Hello and welcome to KoKo Language Learning Lounge.
We're glad you're here. I'm Rob.
And I'm Crystal. We're so grateful that you're joining us for this special two-part series all about something we all struggle with at times, confidence.
That's right. In this two-episode journey, we're going to explore confidence not as a performance, but as a quiet trust in yourself that grows with care.
In episode 1, which you're listening to right now, we'll begin by defining what real confidence is, not the loud or perfect kind, but the steady, honest kind that supports you in daily life.
Then we'll talk about the silent forces that often steal our confidence, like self-criticism, comparison, perfectionism, and fear of judgment.
And finally, I'll invite Rob to share a personal story of a time when his confidence was shaken and how he slowly found his way back.
Our hope is that you'll feel seen, understood, and supported because if you've ever felt like your confidence disappeared, you are absolutely not alone.
So let's take the first step into this journey together.
All right, let's start by answering the big question. What is confidence really?
Well, Rob, I used to think confidence was this huge thing. Like, people were either born confident or they weren't. You know?
I totally get that. For a long time, I thought confidence meant being loud or fearless, like standing on stage without shaking or always knowing what to say.
Exactly. But I've learned that confidence isn't about being loud, and it's definitely not about being perfect.
Confidence is really about trusting yourself enough to try, even if you don't know the outcome. It's quiet, it's internal.
Yes, it's saying I might not know everything, but I know I can figure it out. That's confidence.
You know, when I think of confidence now, I imagine a small, steady light inside us. Not a huge spotlight, just a small light that helps us take one step forward.
I love that image. Confidence doesn't have to be loud or shiny. It just needs to be there when you need it. Like when you're making a tough decision or trying something new.
It can also look like choosing to speak gently when you're upset, or showing up to a class even when you feel nervous.
Yes. Or asking a question when you're afraid it might sound silly. Confidence is those tiny moments where you choose yourself.
You choose to try, to trust, and to grow even if you're scared. That's where the magic is.
One thing I want to make really clear: confidence doesn't mean you never feel scared.
Absolutely not. I think real confidence means you feel the fear and you still take action with kindness toward yourself.
It's like when I started learning a new language. I was terrified to speak out loud. My pronunciation wasn't great, and I worried about sounding silly.
What did you do?
I whispered the words at first. Then I said them a bit louder. And one day, I finally said them in front of someone. I was still nervous, but I did it.
That's beautiful. And what helped you keep going?
Honestly, I reminded myself that nobody starts perfect, and every small try counted. That gentle thought kept me going.
That's such a good mindset. When I had to give my first presentation at work, I was sweating bullets. But I kept reminding myself, you're allowed to be nervous. It just means you care.
Yes, being nervous doesn't mean you're not confident. It means you're human.
Exactly. Real confidence isn't about being fearless, it's about being courageous.
Courage is choosing to move forward, even when the path feels uncertain.
Now let's talk about something that I think all of us go through at some point. Why do we lose confidence?
That's a big question, and I think it's really personal for each person. But there are a few patterns that show up for a lot of us.
For example,
For me, I lose confidence when I make a mistake and then start telling myself a really mean story about it. Like, see, you're not smart or you always mess up.
that voice in your head can be brutal, can it?
So brutal. And if I listen to that voice for too long, I stop trying new things. I start doubting everything.
I've been there too. Sometimes I've avoided doing things I actually wanted to do just because I was afraid I'd do them badly.
And that's how confidence slips away. It doesn't leave all at once. It fades little by little.
But here's the good news. Confidence also returns little by little.
Yes, it's not gone forever. It just needs your attention, your kindness. So, Rob, now that we've talked about what confidence really is and how it feels, let's talk about what hurts our confidence.
Yes, I like to call these confidence killers. They're those sneaky thoughts or habits that chip away at your belief in yourself, often without you even realizing it.
And I think we all have them, right? Even people who seem super confident on the outside.
Absolutely. No one is immune. So let's look at some of the big ones and talk about how to gently fight back against them. Let's start with a big one: self criticism. That voice inside your head that says you're not good enough, you're such a failure, you can't do anything right.
Oh, yes. That voice used to be my constant companion, especially when I was younger, trying to learn new things. It was always there, telling me I wasn't smart or fast enough.
Same here. It's like having a bully living in your brain whispering doubts.
And the tricky part? We often believe that voice. We think it's just being honest or realistic.
Right. But that voice is not the truth. It's just a habit of thought. And the more we listen to it, the more it grows.
So, how do we fight back?
One way is to start talking to yourself like you would talk to a good friend. If your friend messed up, would you say, "Wow, you're such a loser"?
Of course not. You'd probably say, it's okay. Everyone makes mistakes. You're doing your best.
Exactly. You deserve that same kindness. So when the critical voice shows up, you can say, "Hey, I hear you, but I'm choosing a kinder thought now."
Like, yes, I made a mistake, but that doesn't mean I'm a failure. I'm still learning. Another huge confidence killer? Comparison.
Ugh. Yes. Comparing yourself to other people, especially on social media, can destroy your confidence so quickly.
I remember watching someone online talk confidently in a language I was trying to learn, and I felt so small. Like, I'll never sound that good.
I've had that feeling too. But here's what I remind myself. You're often comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel.
Yes, we don't see their struggles, their practice, their insecurities. We just see the polished result.
And everyone has a different timeline. Just because someone else is ahead of you in one area doesn't mean you're behind in life.
That's so important. You can admire someone without putting yourself down.
Exactly. And instead of saying they're better than me, try asking, what can I learn from them? Or what steps did they take?
It changes comparison into inspiration. That shift makes all the difference.
Now let's talk about perfectionism, something I've really struggled with.
Me too. That voice that says, if it's not perfect, it's not worth doing. It stops you from trying.
Yes. When I was younger, I used to rewrite emails 5 times before sending them. I was so afraid of making a mistake.
I used to spend hours preparing a 5-minute presentation, not because I needed to, but because I was scared of not sounding perfect.
But perfection is impossible, and chasing it only leads to stress and burnout.
So now I aim for progress, not perfection. I tell myself, done is better than perfect.
That phrase has helped me so much. And also reminding myself that mistakes are part of learning,
Yes, every time I make a mistake and learn from it, my confidence actually grows.
because you're building trust in your resilience, not just your skills.
The last big one I want to talk about is fear of judgment.
That's a tough one. The fear that others will laugh at us, think we're not smart, or say something cruel.
Yes. I used to hold back my ideas in meetings because I was afraid people would think they were silly.
I used to do the same, but then I realized most people are too busy thinking about themselves to be judging me.
That's so true. People are usually focused on their own performance, their own worries.
And even if someone does judge you, it doesn't define your worth.
Nope, their opinion is not your truth. And confidence means trusting your own voice more than someone else's reaction.
So now, when fear of judgment pops up, I ask myself, what's the worst that could really happen? And what's the best that might happen if I try?
That's a great way to break the cycle. And another helpful tool is starting with tiny bravery.
What do you mean?
Instead of doing something huge, try a small brave act like posting a short comment online or sharing one thought in class. Every small act builds your bravery muscle.
And over time, those small, brave moments build into real confidence.
So let's recap. The big confidence killers we talked about today are self criticism, that harsh inner voice that tells you you're not enough, comparison, looking at others and forgetting your own path, perfectionism, believing things must be perfect before you begin, fear of judgment, worrying too much about what others might think.
And the good news is you're not stuck with them. You can challenge them. You can soften them. You can slowly, kindly replace them.
And it starts with noticing them and then choosing a kinder story.
So next time your confidence feels shaky, remember you are allowed to feel unsure, and you're also allowed to try anyway.
Your confidence is not gone. It's just waiting for you to speak to it gently and remind it of who you are.
We'll be right here with you every step of the way.
Rob, we've talked about confidence killers, and I think that really helped a lot of people reflect. But I'd love if you could share a more personal story now. A time when your confidence was really low and how you found your way back.
Sure, I'm happy to share. It's something I haven't talked about much publicly, but I think it's important.
We appreciate that, Rob. Take your time.
So, a few years ago, I was promoted to lead a team at work. It was something I'd wanted for a long time. And at first, I felt proud, like, yes, I've earned this.
That sounds exciting at first.
It was, but then the doubt started creeping in. I began asking myself, do I really know how to lead people? What if I mess up? What if they don't respect me?
I felt those kinds of questions too. They can be loud.
Yes, they got louder each day. And because I was trying so hard to prove myself, I overworked. I stayed late, reviewed everything twice, even triple checked simple emails.
Were you trying to be perfect?
Absolutely. I didn't want to be seen as weak or unprepared. But the pressure I put on myself was crushing.
That must have been exhausting.
It was, and it got to the point where I started dreading work. I doubted every decision. My confidence dropped so low I felt like a fraud.
That sounds painful. What did you do to begin changing things?
I hit a turning point when a team member came to me and said, "You seem stressed. Are you okay?"
Wow, that must have caught you off guard.
It did. I realized my anxiety was visible. I wasn't hiding it like I thought. And that made me pause.
Sometimes it takes someone else noticing for us to reflect.
Exactly. That night I went home and sat quietly for a while. I wrote in my journal. I asked myself, what am I afraid of? What's driving this?
And what did you find?
I was afraid of not being good enough. Not just as a leader, but as a person.
Totally.
That's so honest, Rob. And it's something I think a lot of us feel deep down. So the first thing I did was begin noticing my inner voice. Every time I had a critical thought, I wrote it down.
Like keeping a record?
Yes. Things like, you're not doing enough, or you should have handled that better. I started to see just how mean I was being to myself.
It takes courage to look at that honestly.
After a week of tracking my thoughts, I asked myself, would I say this to a friend? The answer was always no.
That's powerful. So, what did you do with that awareness?
I began writing one counter thought every day. So if I wrote I didn't do enough, I followed it with I did my best with what I knew today.
That's such a gentle reframe.
At first it felt forced, but after a couple weeks it felt more natural. I started believing it.
Did you share this practice with anyone?
Yes, actually. One day during a team check in, I said, I've been pretty hard on myself lately. I'm working on being kinder to myself, and I want to create space where you can do the same.
That must have been a huge moment.
It was, there was a pause. Then someone smiled and said, thank you. I needed to hear that. And suddenly the pressure in the room lightened.
So, once you were being kinder to yourself, did your confidence grow back quickly?
Not quickly, but steadily. I started taking small, braver steps. For example, I let myself speak without over-preparing. I asked for help when I was stuck. I shared mistakes and what I learned from them.
That's real leadership, Rob.
Thanks, Crystal. Over time, I started to feel proud again. Not because I was perfect, but because I was being real.
That authenticity probably helped your team trust you more.
It did. And something else beautiful happened. I stopped fearing being found out as a fraud because I wasn't pretending anymore.
What's the biggest lesson you took away from that time?
That confidence isn't about never doubting. It's about knowing you'll keep going even when doubt shows up.
Yes, and that your worth isn't based on flawless performance. It's based on your values, your care, and your willingness to grow.
Exactly. And that we all deserve to talk to ourselves with the same kindness we give to others.
Rob, thank you so much for sharing that. I know someone listening just now felt less alone.
That means everything. If one person hears this and feels a little more hopeful, then I'm glad I went through it.
And you're showing them that confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you build moment by moment, choice by choice.
Well said, Crystal. Today we explored what confidence truly means, how it often fades quietly, and how we can start rebuilding it. We also opened up about real life struggles like the ones I faced when stepping into leadership and feeling like I wasn't enough.
Rob's story was such a powerful reminder that confidence isn't something you're born with or without, it's something you gently build back, one choice at a time.
And that's just the beginning. In our next episode, episode 2, we'll begin with Crystal's story. She'll share how she found her voice again after feeling insecure about how she sounded and how she moved from fear to quiet self-belief.
We'll also walk through practical daily tools, things you can actually try at home to help rebuild your confidence slowly and kindly.
And we'll end with a message of encouragement, something you can carry with you in your heart.
So, we hope you'll join us again for part 2. In the meantime, take a deep breath. You've already taken the first step.
You're on your way, and we'll be here to walk beside you.
See you in the next episode.
Thanks for joining us on KoKo Language Learning Lounge. We'll be back soon with another episode.
Until then, take care and happy learning.